Mr. Wheat, you filed your case because you claim you've been robbed as a father. You are desperate to prove to the defendant that you fathered her 19-year-old daughter, Sierra Sloan, and once you do, you want to make up for lost time. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Grider, you say, as much as you would like the plaintiff to be your daughter's biological father, facts are facts, and he isn't her dad. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Sloan, you say you are the victim in this paternity chaos and deserve to know who your dad is. Is
Yes,
that
Your
correct?
Honor.
Ms. Grider, so you say, unfortunately, as much as you would like your daughter to be Mr. Wheat's biological child, you just say she is not.
Right.
Explain
Your Honor.
to the court why you are so certain.
Because I was 19, I was young, dumb, and full of eggs, and I was doing me.
Young, dumb, and full of eggs and doing me. I don't think I've ever heard it explained like that. Okay. And so, Mr. Wheat, tell me the nature of your relationship with Ms. Grider. How did you meet? How did the relationship begin? Tell the court.
I met her back when I was in high school. Well, we lost contact for a little while, and then I ran into her at a club called Texas Nightlife, and kind of had a one-night stand. And I don't know how many more months later, I found out she was pregnant. Her friend of hers come up to me and says, "How does it feel that you're about to be a dad?"
Really?
What?
And so did you confront Ms. Grider?
Yes. Well, didn't confront her. We talked about it. She goes, "Yes, there is a possibility that you are our father."
So, Ms. Grider, that's different from your testimony earlier. Do you remember that conversation?
Yes, Your Honor.
So why did that change for you?
Because she started to get darker and everything, and
So how many guys were you with during the window of time your daughter was conceived?
4.
4 different guys. And Mr. Wheat is one of them.
Yes.
So can you tell the court, how is it you were with these guys?
One of them was my boyfriend. He was living with me at the time, and he went away. And then Mac had moved in with me. I met him through a mutual friend of all of ours. And yes, we were sleeping together. And then I went out to Texas Nightlife and saw David and had a one-night stand with him at that time.
And then who's the 4th?
It's just somebody I knew from Texas Nightlife.
You better stay out that Texas nightlife. So what happens next, Ms. Grider? Who signs the birth certificate? Does anybody sign the birth certificate?
Yes, Your Honor. Mac Grider did. And it's been on and off drama for 19 years, so.
Well, Mac Grider is here, and he believes he could be Sierra's father. What was your relationship with the defendant?
She is my ex-wife.
She's your ex-wife. All right. So do you think you are Sierra's, Miss Sloan's biological father?
There is a possibility. Me and Charlene were sleeping together and staying in the same house. And we was having sex more than the other guy.
So were you there throughout her pregnancy and birth?
Yes, ma'am. I was there, went to the doctor appointments. I named her, I signed the birth certificate.
And Sierra, I see your face. This must be so confusing, honey. What are you feeling in this moment? Can you tell the court?
Upset that I never knew who my real dad was.
And when you say you never knew,
Never.
you were always told that it was uncertain?
I've had a father figure throughout the years, and he's watched me grow up and just never really knew who my dad was.
In the case of Wheat versus Grider Sloan, when it comes to 19-year-old Sierra Sloan, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Grider, You are not the father. I'm very sorry, Mr. Grider.
I still love her no matter what.
We're all still a happy family. And it's just hurting her because she loves him, but she thought there could be a possibility.
Of course she did. And I saw you, Mr. Wheat, because once I said Mr. Grider was not the biological father, I think the weight even became heavier for you that, well, if he's not, that's even more probability that I could be. Mr. Wheat, you are not the father. I'm very sorry, Sierra. I'm very sorry. I know this is not what we expected to hear today. Ms. Andrews, you claim that while at a restaurant recently, you were shocked when Mr. Glenn approached you out of the blue and raised his pant leg to reveal a tattoo of your name on his leg. Now, you say he then dropped the bomb that he believes he is your biological father.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Glenn, you confess you kept a 30-year secret because a good family raised Ms. Andrews and you didn't want to interfere with that.
That's right, Your Honor.
You say you now believe you have evidence to prove that you are Ms. Andrews' father and you believe today's DNA results will verify your claim.
That's right, Your Honor.
All right, now,
100%.
Ms. Andrews, why do you doubt Mr. Glenn is your biological father?
Your Honor, honestly, Mr. Glenn has not been in my life the entire years that I have been living. I was raised by the father. My biological father was in my life. I've never known a Mr. Glenn. I don't know him.
You never knew Mr. Glenn?
I knew of him, but I did not know him enough to say, hey, you're my dad, and now all of a sudden,
So when you say you knew of him, explain.
I knew that he was the father of my youngest sister.
Okay.
Okay. Supposedly we had different fathers, and it was never a question, never until.
And what was your relationship with your father, the man you were told was your father? What was that like?
I had a great relationship with my father. Although I did not live in the same household as he came around. He attended family reunions. He done things for me. He was even at my graduation, my high school graduation. He was at my college graduation as well. So, you know, to just run into someone after all those years, to just say that you're my father. I was going to a restaurant in Atlanta, a beautiful restaurant, to have something to eat, and I run into him, and he revealed to me that I was his daughter, and he showed me the tattoo on his leg. This is the time I'm still grieving over the loss of my father, who passed on my due date of my second child. So as I'm still grieving over this, I run into him to express that he's my father. Now it's bringing more complications, and now I need answers. I need to know what's going on.
Me and her mother grew up together.
Okay.
Raised up together. And we started dating in 76. And then I left for about 8 months. When I left and I came back, Donna was born. She was about 2-3 months old.
You were in a relationship with Ms. Andrews' mother.
Right.
You left town.
Yes, I left town.
By the time you come back, she had a baby.
Right. But she didn't never tell me
But
that
she never came and told you
that she was pregnant. I asked her about the child, why she didn't tell me, after her cousin don't told me about it. I said, why you do that there, Lisa? But she didn't never give me no answer to it.
Did you feel instantly in your heart she was yours?
When her cousin had told me this, and so I started calculating and started thinking, if from the night that we went to the club in 77 and went home with her, and you know, I felt like that when she got pregnant.
So you calculated up the time and you felt like that I could be the father.
Right.
And that's when you confronted her mother.
Yes.
When you approached me, Mr. Glenn, it put me in depression. It seems to me like a coward move. It does. You wait till he died. You wait till our mother passed away. We don't have nobody word but your word now. You're only your word.
And the DNA.
And that's unfair.
And the DNA.
You could have did DNA when I was young. I'm
And the
struggling. I
DNA.
have children, and I'm doing just fine. I've got a degree. I'm in graduate school. I'm doing just fine
I love
now.
that for you. I love that, baby. I love that. I love that.
Ms. Gates, please state your relationship to Ms. Andrews.
Donna Andrews is my sister. She's my middle sister.
Okay, and you are the?
Oldest of three girls.
Okay.
Yes.
Ms. Gates, do you believe Mr. Glenn is Ms. Andrews' father?
No, I do not. No, I do
Why?
not. Keep in mind that Donna and Yolanda are 11 months apart. If he had thought that he was her father, okay, keep in mind my mother had to get pregnant again to have my baby sister. And so if he's her, he had opportunity to be a father to her.
Right.
Even
So
when
your
she was like a
point is,
baby.
if he is the father of your younger sister, why not just say I'm also the father
exactly.
of?
You know, he had opportunity. He said that she was raised in a good family. She was raised, her father's family was, and he is, Roger Andrews is her father. He had opportunity to say this when she was an infant. Okay, before she even established a bond with this family, with the Andrews family.
But I didn't know at the time though, because your mother had told him. I didn't know she was pregnant at the time.
It's still your
Yeah,
responsibility.
what I'm saying.
It
But
was
I had
still
to
your
run away
responsibility to
before I
find
got
out.
back.
When it comes to the paternity of Ms. Donna Andrews, Mr. Glenn, you are her father.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh God. Oh sis. Oh my God. You're wrong for that. You're wrong for that. Oh, Shine, you could have done better. Oh my God. Come on. Okay, sis, have a seat. Sit in.
See if she'll sit in the chair.
Come on.
No.
Hey, just leave her alone. Just let her.
Let me get you some water.
So wrong for this. Shine. You could have said something before this girl got raised by a totally different family. You could have said something before now.
Listen, you
You
don't
had
know what's
years
going
to
on.
say this.
You don't know. Look, you don't know what's going on. It was not my doing.
You still
It was
could have
your mother.
tried.
It
You could have tried.
It was my doing.
I don't care what it say. This man is my father. The only thing I can thank you for is not causing him the embarrassment when he was alive. How could you? I came here because I was so sure that this is my father. How dare you? How dare you do this to me? How do you live with yourself?
Truth is what it is.
Ms. Andrews, Ms. Andrews, you have to accept this and you have to listen because it's going to be difficult to accept. You looked directly at me and you said, today's the day. I want to know. That's why you came here. You told me that. When I open the envelopes, I don't know what they're going to say.
No way did I expect the results to turn out this way.
I know, honey. I see it on your face.
I can't believe this.
Ms. Henderson, you claim that you believed Mr. Henderson was your biological father, but at the age of 15, Mr. Rycraw claimed he is your dad. You are doubtful and have opened today's case to get the truth. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Rycraw, you say you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that Ms. Henderson is your daughter. You are here with her mother's twin sister, who claims that she too is certain you are the biological father. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Ms. Henderson, I'll start with you. How has life been without knowing who your father is?
You know, It's lonely. My kids, they want to know their grandparents. And my daughter, she tells me all the time, Mom, we're gonna find your dad. So, you know, I'm just ready. I wanna be close to somebody. I wanna be close to them. I've always been close to him, but I need to know the truth.
So, Mr. Rycraw, you say you are certain you are Miss Henderson's biological father and you know it beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Yes, Your Honor. When we met, I mean, I just felt it. I just felt that she was my daughter.
And then just to know that my sister's resting in her grave and that my niece needs to know who her family really is. I mean, I just need to know too for sure so she can get a peace of mind. Mm-hmm. So we can all move on. But the point is, either way it go, he's been her father, he's been her father, and they're gonna remain being her father. And we thank the Lord.
My daughter.
Mr. Henderson, I need to ask you, what was your relationship like with her mother?
We were still good. I mean, that was my wife, and, you know, I treat my wife like my wife, regardless what she do.
And she was your wife, so why was there any question about Miss Henderson's paternity?
Because she left me in California, went to visit her mother in Arkansas. When she came back, about a month or two, my other daughter told me that my mom is pregnant.
And so when you find that out, you assume she cheated, or you assume this is my baby, she was pregnant before she left?
Well, Your Honor, actually, when I talked to her, I told her, if it's a girl, it's ours. If it's the boy, you gotta go.
Oh, so you had an inkling, you had a suspicion.
That it wasn't mine.
Are you on the birth certificate?
No.
You are. You are.
I am?
You are.
Oh, I didn't know.
Well,
been a long time, Your Honor.
Well, yeah, I mean, especially if she was married to you, then you would likely be on the birth certificate as father.
Father.
There you are, Walter Henderson.
Yes, that's me.
So, Miss Henderson, take me to the day you met Mr. Rycraw.
Okay.
What was that day like?
Well, my aunt called me, and she told me to come meet my dad. And when we met and we held each other, and it was good. But I asked my mom after that about him, and she told me, she said, I don't know why William thinks he's your dad, because the last time I was with him, I was 18, and I had you when I was 25 or 26.
My sister, when it comes to telling the truth on certain things, they'll beat around the bush. And like she didn't answer him when she came back, she didn't tell her the truth either.
Why do you think your sister didn't tell the truth?
Because they both was in a relationship. They both was married. And then when my sister called and told me, and I said, it's not my place to tell.
Okay, so now at what point did your sister tell you the secret?
After she's been here 2 years.
What did she say? How did she say it?
I said, who is her daddy? I said, you can't lie to me because we twins. Who is her daddy? And she said, William.
So the truth is they were both having affairs.
With each other.
With each other.
Yes, Your Honor.
And that's why this thing went hush, hush, swept under the rug.
Under the rug, as the old folks say at my hometown, under the rug, swept that dirt. Yes, ma'am.
Miss Henderson, the other man, the third man, the man your mother told you is your biological father. This court was able to get a hold of those test results. As it relates to this other gentleman, the probability of paternity was determined to be 0.00%. He's not your biological father.
Get the medic. Get the medic.
Someone call the medic, please. In the case of Henderson versus Rycraw, when it comes to 33-year-old Mercedes Henderson. It has been determined by this court, Mr. Henderson, you are not the father. The next result reads as follows. In the case of Henderson versus Rycraw, Mr. Rycraw, you are not the father.
You are there.
I'm so sorry. I'm very sorry, Miss Henderson. Miss Henderson, do you need to just sit down? You want to sit down, honey? Can you take a deep breath?
You are there.
Life deals us blows that we don't expect and that we don't deserve. But we got your back. If you need us, we're here. Okay?